What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show. We discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got several things for you here today, and don't forget that daylight savings time ends here on Sunday. Yeah, kind of sucks, right? That means that it's going to be getting darker here sooner. Yeah, depending on where you are, that means it's going to be getting dark by like 5 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. However, this could be the last time that this ever happens. This is because earlier this year, the U.S. Senate approved a bill to make daylight savings time permanent. Permanent. However, the House of Representatives has not yet done anything with the bill. They haven't been able to figure out what they're doing. Sometimes Congress is like, yeah, they got their, they got their thumb, you know where, right? Yeah, so this could be the last time we turn our clocks back. Of course, we'll turn them back again or forward in the spring, leap forward in the spring. But don't forget, turn your clocks back in the yeah this on Sunday. So unfortunately, it's going to be getting dark depending on where you are. I think what states don't have it here. I think it's Hawaii and like Arizona. Don't celebrate this getting dark at 5 o'clock thing. Yeah, what a nightmare. It's terrible. But hopefully the House of Representatives passes this so that we don't have to get dark at 5 o'clock because it's just miserable, right? As if wintertime, if you're up in the Northeast or anywhere in the North, right? Wintertime is just dark and gloomy, right? For almost half the year, right? So maybe we can just celebrate 1 extra hour of daylight savings for wintertime if the House of Representatives can pass it and kind of keep this permanent. So let me know your thoughts. We'll see here. Also, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is quickly becoming a popular figure for the Republican Party in the House of Representatives, believe it or not, makes a alarming promise about Ukraine if the Republicans win Congress. Let me know your thoughts here on this, because remember that all of the money that has gone to Ukraine has been approved by Republicans and Democrats. It had to be approved by Congress to go to Ukraine. None of the money was just sent out by Biden or anything like that. It had to be approved by Congress. Republicans and Democrats approved it. But could be changing going forward. Yeah, far-right Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene on Thursday vowed to nix American funding for Ukraine's resistance to Russia's invasion if Republicans retake Congress in the next week's midterm elections, saying, quote, "The only border they care about is Ukraine, not America's southern border." Now, I agree. We do need to get America's southern border problem under control. I think that whole southern border has just been an absolute travesty. Like, what are we even doing there? It's just, that's just been an absolute nightmare. Marjorie Taylor Greene says, under Republicans, not another penny will go to Ukraine. Our country comes first. They don't care about our border or our people. Liz Cheney, daughter of former Republican Vice President Dick Cheney, said on her stance with Marjorie Taylor Greene, said, quote, "You stand with Russian President Putin against freedom and America." Remember, she's a Republican. She's the daughter of Republican Vice President Dick Cheney. What are your thoughts here? And remember that the Republicans had to approve any money that went to Ukraine. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, a lot of people say, why is Biden sending all this money to Ukraine? Biden wouldn't have been able to send a dime to Ukraine if Republicans didn't approve it all. So Republicans could be able to block it if they win Congress or even just the House. Yeah. So what do you think? Would Republicans be standing with Putin if they block assistance to Ukraine? Meanwhile, Vladimir Putin in Russia is reportedly asking Western countries, including the U.S., to ease sanctions amid talks to extend the Black Sea grain export deal. You could see Vladimir Putin's smirk there as they just continue to bomb schools, hospitals, places of where people live, and yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Liz Cheney says, quote, "This is exactly what Putin wants." Throughout her speech to rally support for Republican candidates, Ms. Green made several remarks that were received by progressives as inappropriate. At one point, she goaded Mr. Trump to lead supporters in booing Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who was attacked by a hammer-wielding intruder last week. At another point in which Miss Cheney zeroed in on and later called out on social media, Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene seemed to voice support for Russian President Vladimir Putin, as she exclaimed that should the GOP regain control of the House and the Senate next week, Ukraine would see their funding from the U.S. cut off. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts here on this. It's do you just let Putin win over there, do whatever he wants? It's one of those things where it's like it's not like an either or. Like they're just, oh, we can only spend money over there and not help over here. I mean, the just as like the student loan forgiveness program they just did is about $400 billion. They've spent a little bit over $40 billion in support of Ukraine, which is mostly, almost entirely, weaponry. Okay, it's not like they're handing out bundles of cash to these people. It's almost entirely defense weaponry system. Okay, because they're literally just being bombed and stuff. Okay, so when you look at how much support the U.S. has got, they just approved $13 billion in utility assistance and energy assistance for the U.S. We have SNAP benefit programs going on, $400 billion in student loan forgiveness just happening now. 3 stimulus checks. The last stimulus check program alone was 1.9 trillion. The first stimulus package from Trump was $2 trillion. So, I mean, the amount, if you compare the numbers, I mean, they're nowhere even close. It's either that or you just let Putin. He's similar to Hitler. He's just taking over countries, doing what he wants. And again, the U.S. is not the only country that is helping over there. The entire European Union is as well. I mean, you guys can let me know your thoughts here, but it's not like that's all the money the U.S. has. I don't know. The other thing to think about is the lives of Ukrainians over there. How many lives would be lost if they just literally succumb to being crushed? Yeah, imagine if you were over there, what life would be like. In some surprising good news, Goldman Sachs expects European natural gas prices to tumble 30% in the coming months. And if you watch my show, which you do because you're here, you know that natural gas prices, oil prices um, around the world are the same. So it's not just like, oh, this is only for Europe. When natural gas prices come down, they come down around the world. Just like, oil prices around the world come down, they go up, they go down. It's pretty much around the world here. So Goldman Sachs is expecting natural gas prices to potentially, this is what they're predicting, to come down 30% in the coming months, which is surprising, right? Yeah, you could see here Goldman Sachs predicts that Europeans' natural gas prices would drop by about 30% in the coming months as nations gain a temporary upper hand on supply issues. The Dutch tidal transfer facility is Europe's main benchmark for natural gas prices. It traded at around 120 euros per megawatt hour this week, but Goldman Sachs expects this benchmark to fall to 85 euros in the first quarter of 2023, according to research published last week. This would mark a significant change to the level seen back in August. At the time, Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent pressures on Europe energy pushed prices to historic figures above 340 euros per megawatt hour. So we were at 340 euros per, just think 340. Now they're saying it could go down to 85. What a significant fall in prices. This shows you how fickle up and down oil and gas prices can be. But as you look here, as we look at oil and gas prices right now, oil prices around the world climbing. WTI crude at $92, $93 a barrel. Brent crude almost at $100 a barrel. Natural gas climbing as well here at $6.4 per unit. Yeah, so this is a natural gas here for chart for the year. So you can see we're up significantly to almost $10 a unit back in August. That was an all-time high. Now we've come down to 6.4 in November. The low here before the war started was 3.5 in January. So we're still almost double of what we were before the war for natural gas prices. If you use this to heat your home or something similar to heat your home, it's still like double before the war started, but it was like triple back in August. So yeah, this shows you how quickly oil and gas prices can fluctuate. And the U.S. just sold what they're calling their last batch of emergency reserve oil from their historic reserves to try to keep oil and gas prices down. How much longer they can do this, we don't know. But some people credit this. Remember that oil and gas prices dropped for just short of 100 days. I think it was 99 days here. That ended on September 21st. And then we started to get some fluctuations going up and going down. So some people credit that with part of the reason on why gas prices came down here. Right now, gas prices kind of stable here. You can see here, national average gas prices $3.79, and a month ago they were $3.80. So basically, on average, gas prices have not changed in a month. The problem here, though, is diesel. So diesel here in this corner here are $5.31. A month ago, those were $4.86. So I know I might be in the corner here a little bit, $4.86. So diesel prices have gone up here by, what is that, 14 and 31. That's 45 cents. So that's pretty significant. And remember, here's our all-time highs here back in June. 501 and 581 for diesel here. on the national average. Of course, if you're in California, so diesel, going up here mostly because of the diesel shortage. I just did a video on diesel shortages. We have around 25 days left of diesel here. Of course, we're producing more diesel every day, but using diesel every day as well. I'll link you to that video here next. You can watch that here, but that's part of the reason why diesel has gone up by 40, what is that, about 45 cents here in the last 30 days. And remember, the price of diesel affects how much you pay for food and everything you buy at the store. Every single thing you buy at the store has to be shipped there via a semi truck. So that the price of diesel is very important because everything you buy gets shipped via a semi truck. So you want to keep an eye on that. So I'll link you to those videos here next. You can watch. And if you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below and then click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos. It's completely free to do so. Don't forget to like and share these videos as well and help us reach 500,000 subscribers. You can click here to see my video about diesel shortage. We have only 25 days left of supply here in the US. And you can click here to see my newest video about checks that are going out to millions of Americans that you might not even know about. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.